Ryan,
Jared,
Cannon,
Wade.
you feel good?
I feel great.
Oh, you feel good. Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're at. If you're Central Time and you're watching this, good morning, because it's technically still morning, or even Pacific. Mountain Time is also morning as well. So if you're watching from California, what time is it? Is it 9 a.m. there? Because it's just afternoon?
Yep.
Something like that. If you're in California, you probably really don't care what's going on right here, to be really honest. But if you're here in Avon, Indiana, then you have experienced quite an unusual week of weather. It rained this morning for a while. It's actually kind of nice right now. And then, is it supposed to rain again?
It's supposed to rain some more, yep.
So right now, over at Presswick, there is a fundraiser for the AJAA, and we've got 3 different council members out there. We have our clerk treasurer, we have some staff members that are all out there supporting the AJAA with a whole bunch of other people. And we thought, hey, you know what? While they're out there playing golf and doing some really good things with AJAA, Ryan and I are going to come in here and tell you a little bit about what happened at last night's town council meeting. There was one big fun surprise that we've been talking about kind of behind the scenes for a while, and a few other things that happened. But Ryan, you want to give us the lowdown, the quick recap of what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of really exciting things on the agenda. The first item we'd had was a law enforcement agreement. Our police department actually cooperates with a company called Flock that actually assists them with their law enforcement efforts. And so we signed a 5-year agreement with that company to continue providing that service for us. So that was about $75,000 for that service. And so appreciate doing that. And as Jared mentioned, I think the really exciting thing that happened last night that we hope the community is excited about too, was there was a memorandum of understanding with Avon Junior Athletic Association on our agenda last night. And so this is something the town has been working on over the last few months with AJAA. And we really appreciate AJAA and all the volunteers and their board and all their staff and everything that they've done over there for the last coming up on 60 years, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're trying to figure out how to move youth sports and recreation into the future. And so we're happy to announce that we're going to have a partnership with AJAA, with the town, and that the town is going to help support their organization. It fits great with our mission of a safe, active, vibrant community. So it fits great with our mission. We want to be able to support it. One of the great things about youth sports, and actually all sports, is that it really is, it brings our community together. It builds community pride.
Yep.
And so we look forward to hopefully working with our school corporation to encourage this as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just think it's a great partnership. We think it's going to help take our youth sports. We'd like to help support better facilities for our community. And we help to grow recreation, not only just for kids. We hope to be able to eventually extend that to adults. I think we need some more facilities before we do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure people will have all kinds of questions about this. And right now we're still just in the planning phases of it. And so it's likely this summer that we'll work through all of these details, and then the transition will actually take place. And certainly we'll provide more information then as that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But the town council did vote and approve it last night, and so we're going to move forward and continue working on that relationship with AJAA.
Yeah, and I think that's an important thing for the community to know and to understand, is this is a very, very early first step process. This is a lot of questions that I've received online so far are as simple as, hey, did you buy AJAA? No, we did not buy AJAA. That didn't happen in any form or fashion. This is a true partnership. AJAA came to us and said, hey, we are really excited about what's going on in the town. And you know, we've got really great ideas, and we know that your parks director has really great ideas. This is a fantastic opportunity for us to collaborate and work together. So you're going to have a lot of questions, just like Ryan said. The one thing that we're going to ask is patience. Give some patience, give some grace. We have a lot of different things that we have to work through, a lot of things that we have to figure out. There have been a plethora of conversations with Justin and the board and Mike, and just figuring out how to not change how things work, but how to support and how to help them grow and help them achieve the larger visions that they have. So that process involves more conversations. There's a lot of questions that are popping out online already. Just because we can't answer them now doesn't mean that we won't answer them in the future. We just don't have an answer for you right now. So we're figuring all that out. Again, give us some grace, have some patience. We will be giving those answers and that insight as soon as we possibly can.
So that was really the big exciting thing on the agenda. We did have a few other things. We had a tax abatement. So every year when the town provides a tax abatement to someone, that company actually has to come back and actually provide us a compliance form. And so the town reviews that and says, have you lived up to the obligation you told us that you would when you actually develop in our community? And then the town council has to vote and approve that. So they did that yesterday with the Leo Brown Group and Avon Senior LLC in Reagan Park. The staff did recommend that they were in compliance, and the town council did approve that. Then we had a few ordinances as well. We did a final reading on amending the stop street schedule, which again, we've talked about this, I think, the last 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. This is at Beechwood Drive and Beechwood Center Drive. We're going to change the location of the stop signs. It will actually create a safer condition for people entering, giving more through traffic for people coming in off of US 36 and addressing some of the sight distances at the intersection. So that's officially done now. The town council did a final reading on it, and they did vote to approve that.
And that Beechwood Drive area, that is where I believe the new Chick-fil-A is going in
under
at.
Construction.
So there's a road that goes to a stoplight that goes north and south from that stoplight just in front of Avon Sports Apparel, and I think there's a bank right there as well.
That's correct.
That road tees in, and that's that intersection that they're talking about.
Exactly. Then we did have 3 other ordinances that we introduced in order to change salaries and things that we do. We have to amend what's called the salary ordinance. So every year the town council is required to pass a salary ordinance that establishes the maximum pay for all of our employees. And so that's kind of the guide. The clerk treasurer's department isn't allowed to pay things unless it actually says it in that ordinance. So we had 3 changes that we made in there. One was to allow double time for some police officers to provide some work for a grant, which would be reimbursed from the grant, so taxpayers won't pay for that. And then, as we talked about earlier, AJAA, we had to, one of the proposals is that we would bring those AJAA employees on as town employees. So we had to add those positions to our salary ordinance. And then the third is our stormwater department is adding a GIS position. And so we had to add the pay for that position. And so that was just an introduction. We also had an introduction on amending our purchasing authority. And so this is an effort by the town council to actually make us more efficient and not necessarily require as many bureaucratic steps in the process. And so they're actually giving more authority to the staff to be able to do purchasing and to do contracts and things like that. Again, that will make us more efficient. The town council will still have ultimate budgetary controls. The purchasing authority still says it has to be in the budget. So the town council still has that threshold. If the staff wants to do something not in the budget, we'd still have to go to the town council for approval. And so that was introduced as well. And then the last one is a regional effort. It's called the Central Indiana Regional Development Authority. And the Central Indiana region is kind of collaborating around this economic development opportunity. And it's a regional development authority, and it's going to be joined by different communities across Central Indiana. And so the town of Avon wants to be a part of that conversation and be a part of that economic development opportunity. So staff has recommended that the town council consider joining that group. So we introduced that ordinance as well. And that was it. So the big thing was really the AAA and Town of Avon partnership. So
it's going to be really fun. It's really, really cool. I've enjoyed talking. I've had some conversations with Justin. There's some neat things that we are going to be working on together. He's got some really, really fun visions. And if you don't know Mike Clark was actually the very first recipient of the Avon Nova Award. You can go back through old recordings of town council meetings. Mike is a fantastic individual. They also have one other person named Amanda, I believe. And that has been the team. That has been the staff team, basically, that has been overseeing AJAA. And every time that we've had a conversation about AJAA, the conversation has never turned into here's how we're going to change, or here's how we're going to change them. It's always been, how can we support you? And how can we make what you do easier or better, or how can we reach more youth and more families here in Avon. So I applaud Shelby and I applaud Justin. Ryan has had a big part in this process. You're going to hear about a lot of other people that have been making things happen. The board from AJAA, the council here, a lot of conversation. This is not something that it just kind of got thrown on the desk and then they voted on. This has been happening for quite some time now. So we're really excited to watch this play out and see all the excitement and be a part of, be a deeper part of the community with AJAA. So with that, next meeting for town council is
May 25th.
May 25th, and there is going to be a work session. Just before that, they added a work session onto that one. Normally we only have one per month, but this month we added a second one. There's something that they're talking about and they wanted some extra time. So if you want to be a part of that, that's all public meetings. You're always welcome to attend. Other than that, Ryan, are you going to have a good weekend?
I hope so. I hope it doesn't rain all weekend.
I know. I mowed, I think 2 days ago, so I'm fine for a little while.
I did as well, yeah.
See, we're making it happen. There you go. You have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Ryan, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Jared.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.